What's up, gaming heroes, and welcome back to another awesome World of Warcraft video brought to you by GamingHero.io, an awesome World of Warcraft gold guide website which helps you make loads of gold. If you like these types of videos where we teach you and show you little tips and tricks on making gold in World of Warcraft, then check out GamingHero.io and consider becoming a member. We really appreciate it. In this video, we're going to be covering specifically the Shadowlands Mission Table Advanced Setup. So I'm going to assume that you've watched the basic setup. If you haven't already, then please go ahead and watch that basic setup video and refer to that to get to this point. Now, let's assume that you're at this point, you've got your mission table already set up, and you've got a follower to level 55. At this point, it is time to download an add-on called TLDR. Here we are, TLDR Missions. Go ahead and install that add-on. It is a really good add-on and it's worth having. I also recommend having Venture Plan. Venture Plan is really useful to have. If you get Venture Plan more followers, it just basically tells you where you can get your followers from. It's up to you if you do that, but TLDR Missions and Venture Plan are two perfect add-ons for the Shadowlands Mission Table. Once you got those, go ahead and open up the Shadowlands Mission Table and you'll notice that you've got a different setup to mine right now. So what you'll need to go ahead and do is click this advanced button just at the bottom here. Then you will just want to copy my settings. So as you can see, I've got this to hardest, fewest, highest, and I've got the anima price to a limit of 100. I don't want to spend any more than 100 anima. Sometimes I set this down to 50 if I've got, not a lot of anima. But sometimes I like to keep about 100. Then for simulations, you can have this about 20. That's perfect. And then I would greatly encourage you to reduce this from 30,000 to 3,000, as you don't want to be waiting 20 minutes for one simulation. Just put 3,000 down. It's really quick then. Okay, now go ahead, always show UI, and immediately start missions once calculated. That's all you need. Once that's done, go ahead and press calculate. Now, you obviously have to select which missions you actually want to do. Right here, you're going to definitely need to do that. So for me personally, right now, I want gold, anima, follow XP, pretty much most of the stuff. But when my anima gets below 1,000, I personally click off all of these right here, and I just leave it at that until I get above 1,500 anima, and then I put these two back on. That's the majority of your gold making. Follower XP items, these are just for people who want to basically increase the level of all of their followers, and if you want to funnel those items through to your other alts. So you see this Fractal Thoughtbinder? I'll go ahead and open up my Warband bank, and I'll put that in by just pressing deposit all Warband stuff. And as you can see, that goes into the bank just like so. And I can open up any of my characters and withdraw that and use it on their followers. This is really useful because it allows me to get through all my followers and get them to level 60 as fast as possible. Very useful indeed. I think this is the only character where I've not actually got all my followers to level 60, and that's because of the simple fact this character was relevant in Shadowlands before this trick even came out. So it's just one of those awkward situations. Now, what is Venture Plan? Now, Venture Plan, the add-on, just basically allows you to do this manually. If you're ever unsure about TLDR and you want to just test, you can go ahead and actually click on Select Adventures. Then you can right-click any follower you want. We're going to select Meatball. And then we'll press this Cursed Tactical Guide. And this will basically work out your success chance using this particular thing. Now, if it doesn't put any troops in, and it comes up as like a orange smoke here when you press this, it means it's not successful with that follower. You can add more followers if you want to, but I'm just going to keep that Meatball. There you go, and he's successful with that. I'm going to cancel that though, because I don't need to do that. That's basically everything in a nutshell, nice and quick, nice and easy. Okay, with that being said, that's the mission table basically covered. I want to just quickly mention one more time about the companions trick. And for this, I'm going to log on one of my other characters just to give you a better example than this one. So as you can see on this other character, my followers are all quite low level. And the only follower that is at maximum level is Nia. Now, The reason for this is I basically power leveled Nia using the 4 XP tokens that we covered in the basic guide up to level 55, and then I funneled through various XP tokens from the Warband bank from all my other characters doing the mission table, and basically pushed her up to level 60 almost immediately. Once she was level 60, the average scale of level for my troops basically scales off whatever character you've got, and once it reaches a certain level, it can't come back down. So basically, this means that once I got near to level 60, all my troops were also level 60. This meant if I hired a bunch of level 1 followers like this, it didn't even matter because of the simple fact that they are going to have a bunch of level 60 troops to power level them through any mission that they go on. That's the main trick here, is getting your troops to level 60 through Nia and then going ahead and basically hiring all your other followers. So you only hire Nia at first. Unfortunately, if you hire multiple followers, you are going to have to level all those followers up to level 60 to get your troops up to level 60, which is a bit difficult to speed run in that strategy. But yeah, that's basically what we do. Now, what dictates what quality of missions you get for your mission table? I'll tell you what does that. It is the campaign. Doing these campaign missions is basically what increases the amount of rewards that you get from these missions. So if you want better rewards, if you want higher amounts of anima, if you want like the tasty, like epic 250 anima per time, if you want those, you need to get your campaign level up to maximum. That is absolutely vital in order for you to get the most amount of anima from your mission table. So go ahead and do every campaign mission you possibly can on every single character using the mission table, and eventually you will reach maximum adventure campaign progress, and this will give you the best rewards. You need to do that. Okay, I also have a slight suspicion, and it's unconfirmed, that it goes slightly off your character as well. So if your character is below level 70, I have a slight suspicion that it also affects the table in some way, shape, or form. So I would recommend getting your characters all to level 70 plus to do this, but you don't need to. Level 60 is fine. I had for like years, I had level 60 characters doing this, and they were making gold absolutely fine. But I just have a slight suspicion if you get them to level 70, you get better rewards. But I'm not sure. Can't confirm. That's just a suspicion. Now we're going to go ahead and show you Torghast and how you're going to get your Renown up to level 80 if you want to. This is by no means something you have to do. It's pure and simply something you can choose to do. Now, just a quick update from the last video, how I mentioned, the goblin video where, we were talking all about how I'm making gold and all these things and how I'm leveling all my characters up. Well, all my characters are now leveled up to level 71 plus. That's it. Apart from my twink character, which is level 11, all of my characters are level 71 plus, and many of them are level 72. And I plan to get them all up to 80 eventually. That's the goal. Okay, so using the Shadowlands wormhole, we're going to go ahead and teleport to Oribos. Now, once you get to Oribos, you'll want to just double check that you have unlocked Torghast within the Enclave. Now, I'm going to assume that you played Shadowlands and you've previously done this. If you haven't, then go ahead and unlock Torghast. You'll have to go through the whole quest line right here. Now, if you have done Torghast in the past, you can skip and finish the Torghast chapter, which is going to be a lot faster for you to do that than do anything else. This will then lead you on to the Korthia campaign shenanigans. You can go ahead and skip that as well if you want to, but you don't need to. It's going to have no relevancy on you at all. You can go ahead and do the Korthia quest if you want to, but we're not going to bother with that because you don't need to. Alright, so we're going to head to Torghast now. It's quite close to Oribos. This is quite easy for us to get there. Taking the portal upstairs, we're now going to jump into the hole and simply at this point just run down into this little area where we'll find the Torghast portal just over here. There it is. Jump into the portal and then we can start doing our Torghast. Now when we're doing Torghast, there are some little minutiae things to keep in mind. One of the first things is I just do SCOTUS halls. It seems the easiest. You can do it on any level you like, but I personally always do it on level 10. I just find it convenient I think it's the best level to do it on, but it's entirely up to you guys. You've got to do what you got to do, right? You got to do what you find best for you. So going to level 10 is kind of best. Now I want to show you the companions. If you press this little button here and you go to companions, you can actually see all the companions you've got and then all the companions you don't have and where they come from. Torghast level 4, Renown 71, Torghast level 4, Torghast level 4, Torghast 1, all the way up to 5. And so it seems like level 5 is kind of like the very minimum you should do. I like to do 10 as I mentioned before, but it's up to you. Depends on your character level. If you've got a lower character level, maybe go for Torghast 5 and you'll be able to access all the various followers. But I'm going to go for 10 as usual. And Skirted Schools just seems to be the fastest one for me personally, but it's entirely up to you what you go for. Okay, when you're in there, it's as simple as just running through as fast as you can. Don't even try and like do it properly. You're not here to do it properly. All you're here to do is to look for followers. And if there's no followers, you're basically looking to get to the next floor as fast as possible. No messing about. 2 shakes of a lamb's tail as it goes. And we're off. Now, I happen to have done so much Torghast in the past that I instantly know exactly where I'm going, regardless of what level it is. And that just comes down to experience. Now, Vanish, this is actually really important right here, because Vanish, he is what's going to give you the box of many things. You see how he's holding a box in his hands? That is going to be a little useful thing to basically make it just a bit more convenient to run your Torghast runs. So we're going to accept the quest off him and carry on through. Okay, that's floor 1 done. Doesn't really matter what we press, we're already OP. Okay, there's another follower, but unfortunately that is a different Covenant follower, so it's not going to be useful for us. We want to specifically go for all of the Ardenweald followers, nothing else really. Okay, straight through. Now we are prioritizing speed here over everything else. We're not collecting stuff, we're not killing stuff, we're just going straight for speed. Because at the end of the day, you don't need to do any of that stuff. You just need to get to the end to get your renown, and that's it. It doesn't matter if you've got low completion. I've done this on 0%, almost 0%, maybe 1% completion, and that's it. It's crazy. You can collect these souls using the soul quest. If you've got the soul quest where you got to collect 20 lost souls for 1 renown, you can do if you want to. It's up to you. It's entirely based on whether you want to or not. I'm not particularly doing that because I can get through it so fast. I don't mind not having to click that 20 times. Okay, my first thing here is, as again, I'm just looking for followers. I'm not really bothered on anything else. I know exactly where I'm going, just keeping an eye on any followers that are chained up. Okay, there's often a follower chained up in that room there, so you just want to just double check that. And we are off to the races. Now, you do need to be careful of these rooms here. These traps, if you are a lower level, they will kill you. If you're not, then you can just walk through them. But as I say, if you are a lower level, they do stand a pretty good chance of killing you. It's not pleasant. Wouldn't recommend it. Don't die. And as you can see, we've got an awful completion bonus on every single floor. And we're still going to get a renown from doing this. As long as we're not already level 80 renown, which we aren't. We are level 65 renown. Lovely jubbly. Okay, and then just kill this final boss here. And there he goes. There's 1 renown. Super quick, super simple. I managed to get my lowest time to 2 minutes and 30 seconds to get through a level 10 Torghast. So, I mean, it's entirely up to you based on how quick you can go. Obviously, that was on my rogues, which is kind of like the fastest character. Now, you can just keep doing it like that if you want to, or you can go ahead and just quickly do the Box of Many Things quest, which we picked up earlier, as I mentioned. And to do that quest, you just run through into this portal and you hand it in to the rune carver here. He'll give you a new quest and give you 20 knowledge points. You go ahead and you place the Box of Many Things just before Torghast portals. There it is. Super quick, super easy. Tower knowledge, place that. All done. And now you have access to basically spending tower knowledge points, which are gained every time you complete a Torghast here. So the first thing I get is the efficiency looter, and that just basically prevents you needing to click on mobs to loot them. It does just automatically loot it. That's so useful, it's unreal. The next thing is I go for blessings, which basically just give you random power-ups when you're going through Torghast. and the next thing would be fewer torments, if you are even bothered. If you're not, you don't need to do any of that. I just do it because, you know, if you're doing like 20 to 30 runs, it's good to have those little extra bonuses as well, right? So that's primarily how you're going to farm your Renown. It's just blasting through level 10s like that. And that's going to be the best way of doing it. You'll also obviously be able to get lots of followers from doing that as well, which is useful, getting all these followers. There are a few followers that are just a time waste. It's like just, I think one's called Indigo and one's called Indri. And those are the two time wasters that you don't need to get because they aren't actually followers. They're just random NPCs you can help in Torghast. But I'll leave that for you to find out and experience for yourself. Using our Shadowlands wormhole, we're going to teleport back to Ardenweald, and we're going to assume that we've just got level 80 Renown. Now, I believe I might be level 70. We actually get a new follower anyway, so you do be prepared to actually hire that follower. And getting to level 80 Renown is super, super important, and I'll show you why it's super important. Now, bear in mind that just having your mission table is great, and getting your mission table just slowly up to level 80 each week, you'll get 1 Renown guaranteed by just doing your mission table. If you want to do it like that, that's fine. Take your time and do it that way. I did it many of my tables just like that. You don't need to blast through Torghast and really grind and make it long and tedious like I do. You can do it however you want. That's the beauty of mission tables. You see this quest here, it's called Replenish the Reservoir. This quest gives you 100 gold and 1 Renown. Well, what do you think happens when you are maximum Renown? I know exactly what happens. When you hit level 80 Renown, this quest changes from Emblem of Renown and 102 gold to instead 1,600 gold. So you will get 1,600 gold from completing this weekly quest every single week per character. And guess what? You just have to collect 1,000 anima, which you do from the mission table in about 2 days. So you are guaranteed that gold every single week in your bags, no messing about. That is one of the coolest features of getting yourself to level 80 Renown. Honestly, it's incredible. I want to then go ahead and just talk a little bit about other strategies of making gold with the mission tables. So another strategy is reputation. Reputation is for this, let's just close this one. It is Shadowlands, and it is the Court of the Night. Now, you will get rewards every time you have got so much reputation with the Court of Night that, sorry, not the Court of Night, the Wild Hunt. You'll get so much reputation with the Wild Hunt that you get to 10,000. And when you get to 10,000, you'll get these Wild Hunt supplies. This is a bag that appears just over here from this lady. If you have a random quest to hand in to Aethil, here, the Wild Hunt Quartermaster, she'll give you one of these bags, and this bag will contain 3,500 gold. Just straight gold. It's awesome, dude. I absolutely love it, and I get it really regularly. And this is now a warband reputation, so all your characters are adding to this reputation, so you will get it really regular. On average, I get around 5 to 10 of these a week, which is incredible. Now, this heavily depends on doing your calling quests. Now, your calling quests will give you additional reputation and will obviously give you additional gold just from like random loot that you get, which is really useful. But it's up to you whether you do them or not. It's just extra stuff. It's extra gold. Blizzard haven't worked out how much gold people are making still from these mission tables and Shadowlands in general. They haven't nerfed it enough because we are absolutely pumping this, and it's absolutely crazy. It's so fun. Just seeing all these like various people like me who figured out that this is still pumping gold. It's crazy. So from the mission table itself, what to expect? You're going to probably expect to get 100 to 200 gold per day if you're checking on the mission table twice a day. So in the morning and then in the evening. You're going to get probably roughly raw gold 100, right? 100 to 200. Then you're going to get your pet charms, which can be used to buy pets and sell them on the auction house, or you can buy pets from the auction house, use the pet charms to upgrade them, and then sell them back in the auction house for an extortionate price. Then you also get the augment runes, which are these just here. And these sell on the auction house for 17 gold, but we can sell them to the vendor for 11 gold, 30. Like so. Boom. Why would you sell them on the auction house when you get similar price just from the vendor? Nice and quick, nice and easy, no messing about. And that's the primary way you're going to make gold. Obviously, you've got various trade goods and random things like that you can sell on the auction house, but the primary ways are there already. Now, if you've got any questions, please ask in the comments section below, and I will do my best to explain to you. Now, I do just quickly want to introduce the website that both myself and my writers go ahead and write on gaminghero.io. We create awesome gold making guides, and not just gold making guides, also collector guides. So if you're into collecting transmogs, unique toys, pets, mounts, whatever it is, we've got those as well. We have loads of free guides, and obviously we have member guides. So if you want to support the website, you absolutely can. Now, you're interested in Shadowlands Mission Table, right? So we've got a Shadowlands Mission Table guide right here, which actually shows all of the actual details you might need to setting this up properly. We really hope that this guide has helped a lot of people, and if it has, we really appreciate if you do become a member to check that out. We do have 300 plus guides on Gaming Hero, so it's well worth it. We've even got this brand new feature, which is the wallpapers feature, and you can just download awesome wallpapers right now straight from the website, which is absolutely freaking amazing. We love, love, love having this. It's so cool. We really appreciate all the members who've been becoming basically members of Gaming Hero and supporting it, and basically being part of the community. It's absolutely fantastic. So thanks so much for watching. This is Erosium from gaminghero.io, out.